we have the right to control our border, though? Just like every other country?
Inflate issues? No, you don't.
Do you have the right to answer a question?
You. Get the hell out of here.
I don't want MS-13 members in this country.
No, you don't want Latin Americans in our country.
75.
You don't want Latin Americans in our country. Let's be honest.
I'm half Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I am a Latin American.
I don't.
Hey, whoa, don't touch. Do not touch me. What do you think? Do not touch me. Hey, get the off. What is your message to Kilmar Abrego Garcia, if you could tell him something?
Hang tough. Hang tough. We're from Maryland. Hang tough.
Do you want him to come back?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hang tough. It's wrong. It's unconstitutional. Let's hope the Supreme Court saves him.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia, what would you tell him?
If I was talking to him personally, hold on, we're coming.
You want him back?
Oh, hell yeah. And it doesn't matter whether he's innocent, guilty, MS-13 or not. He was not given due process.
We're fighting for you.
We've absolutely not forgotten you, and the whole propaganda about him being affiliated with MS-13 is false, and we know that. And it's just character assassination, and he's a good father, and we just want him home.
And stay strong, you're coming home.
Okay. And you definitely want him to return to the United States and live here?
He has committed no crime as far as we are aware, and even if he did, he was not afforded due process.
What would your message be to him if you could talk to him in El Salvador right now?
I'm so sorry for what's been done to you, and I just hope we're able to, make things right, bring you back, and have you at peace.
What is your message to Patty Morin?
I'm not familiar with Patty Morin. Can you educate me?
Yeah, did you guys see her at the White House earlier this week? She was the mother of Rachel, or she is the mother of Rachel Morin, who was raped and killed by an illegal immigrant.
Patty Morin, whose beautiful daughter Rachel was brutally maimed and murdered at the hands of an illegal alien in August of 2023. Patty no longer has her daughter because of the failed Democrat Party's open border.
And Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, brought her in front of...
Is that the girl at UGA?
No, that was Laken Riley.
Oh, right.
Okay, so here's the thing. Every country has bad people, but there are countries with less resources who have the ability to restrain those bad people. There are always going to be crime. There's always, and I don't excuse that. That is unacceptable, and that is a genuine concern. But there needs to be a serious, a systemized process for letting people come into this country and being able to see, okay, who's got a record, who's got this, so that people like Kilmar who just want to live their life peacefully and without threat can come into this country.
And after decades of destabilizing the global south, are we really surprised that some people from the global south are now here are here trying to escape the problems that we caused?
So, is this your message for Patty Morin, though? Because that's what I asked. The mother of somebody who was murdered and raped.
My message for Patty Morin is that everybody should be afforded due process, even people who commit crimes.
What is your message to Patty Morin?
To who?
To Patty Morin. Do you know who that is?
I'm not sure who that is.
She was at the White House earlier this week with Caroline Leavitt. The mom.
Yeah. I think she was used. I think she was misinformed.
I wanted to vent her anger over what had happened.
And I don't put it, this administration takes advantage of people's, when they're at their weakest and for their own causes. And I think, I heard what she said. And then the fact that Caroline Leavitt, who's another piece of work, said, any questions? And someone said, I have a question. She said, okay, bye. We all heard it, know. So,
can I ask, do you think that the open border that we had before the Trump administration has anything to do with cases like that? Or Laken Riley, for instance, you know her?
Yeah, I've heard that. Yes, we have a border problem, have had one, but we live in a world here where people want to come here because we have a better life here.
What is your message to Patty Morin? Do you know who Patty Morin is? She was at the White House earlier this week.
No, I don't know who she is.
Caroline Leavitt brought her up. She's the mother of Rachel Morin, who was raped and murdered by an illegal immigrant. What would your message to her be?
There are a lot of things that happen, unfortunately, to people. But one individual is not the basis to act against the Constitution.
You have to maintain due process, otherwise the whole thing collapses. And that's what's happened.
Okay. Yeah. That's what you would tell. Is that what you would tell Patty Morin, though? If you could tell her something?
Fingers crossed.
Two wrongs don't make a right, too. I mean, there's a lot of bad going on.
What about Laken Riley's family? Do you know who Laken Riley is?
I don't think so. Oh, we do. We don't.
She was a Georgia nursing student who was murdered.
It's the same question,
Yeah.
sir. You know, I mean, we could name a bunch of people that things happen, but you know, that person didn't die because the President of the United States disregarded due process.
Well, it's
The
because
President is not above the law, and the President personally didn't do any of those things, but the President is doing this.
the president at the time, Biden, had a wide open border, let in millions of people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't need to continue this because you're just being controversial because it's apples and oranges.
We just have different ideas and just kind of asking questions and just having a conversation.
You can have different ideas, but to compare that is wrong. You know, I can
You don't think
pull
that's
up-
related at all?
No, I don't. I'm trying to say there's a lot of bad things that happen, but it's a lot different when the President of the United States totally disregards the Constitution. And Joe Biden did not do that.
What is your message to Patty Morin, who was at the White House earlier this week?
To who?
Patty Morin, the mother of Rachel Morin.
I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't have that.
Rachel Morin was raped and killed by an illegal immigrant, and her mom, Patty Morin, came to the White House to tell.
that, yeah.
Did you see that earlier on Wednesday? I think it was. What would be your message to her?
Was Kilmar the one that did it?
No.
Well, then that would be my message to her. Kilmar didn't kill her daughter, and the two shouldn't be tied together.
Would you tell her sorry? Would you tell her, I'm sorry what happened to your daughter, that we
I'm
should have
sorry to
controlled the
anybody.
border better so that we didn't let in a criminal that did that?
What was that last part?
So that we didn't let in a criminal who killed and raped her daughter.
We didn't let in a criminal who killed and raped her daughter.
Yeah. Should we have controlled the border better? Would you say something like that to her?
I don't know the details of how the guy got there.
It is a simple fact that Donald Trump has committed more crimes than Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
Absolutely.
Well, did you hear about his wife's court? The court documents his wife.
Domestic abuse thing.
Yeah, several instances where she got a black guy. She was hit several
Dozens
times.
of women have come up against Trump and said that he is a sexual predator.
And we're
So-
not excusing.
So you don't
that.
believe his wife?
I do believe his wife. I also believe that saying that this man deserves to be deported when we have a president who's committed dozens more crimes than this particular man is unjust and shows corruption in the system.
Is that really the hill that you guys want to die on?
Yes.
You know, fighting for a wife beater whose wife said that he hit her?
I want to hear it from her.
I don't like your leading question.
Yeah, I want to hear it from her because she is also out here fighting for her husband to come back home. So if these allegations...
This was from her.
Well, documents, but is she out here actually speaking on it?
She wants him home, and so do we.
If she does, still support her 100%. If she's begging for her husband to come home, I support her in that as well.
Abrego Garcia was arrested in a Home Depot parking lot in 2019 alongside MS-13 members, confirmed.
I've seen no evidence for that.
It's
Where's
an
your
arrest
source?
record. It's the police department in Maryland.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I-
He's got
I've-
tattoos
I've
as
read
well
several
that indicate
articles.
that.
Oh, so everybody with tattoos gets deported now.
Well, if you have a gang tattoo, that indicates that you have affiliation to that gang.
Why are we bringing that up now? It's really just about you don't want these people in our country.
I don't want MS-13 members in this country.
No,
So is
you don't
everyone
want, you don't want Latin Americans in our country.
75.
You don't want Latin Americans in our
Do you
country. Let's
realize
be honest.
there's
I'm half
so-
Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I am a
so
Latin
many
American.
people who are harmed by MS-13. Why would he want to be a part of that?
I don't know. I don't know why anyone would want to be a part of a violent gang or a terrorist
I believe
organization.
you're a subject of misinformation. I really do, and I apologize.
Likewise. But thank you for...
75% of the people, the Venezuelan people that they claimed to be gang members that they sent to El Salvador, an investigative report revealed that 75% of those people did not have any criminal records in the country.
They entered this country illegally and broke our law, immigration law. Why do you think you know Kilmar Abrego Garcia but not Patty Morin? Do you know who Laken Riley is, too?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think you know
Why
one,
do you
not the
keep
other?
trying to conflate these issues? They're not the same. You're trying to conflate the issues.
I think they're related.
Well, I don't.
Wait, hold on.
I don't.
Hold on.
Hey, whoa, don't touch, do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Aren't you that guy
You're trying to conflate the issues.
I'm trying to have
that's what they do every time.
Let's have a debate. Let's have a good debate. That's all I'm trying to do.
Hold on. Aren't
What?
you?
What do you want?
You're
Don't grab me.
You're a Pearson guy, right? The guy who posted that milking video, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're Jordan Pearson, aren't you?
I'm Jordan Peterson?
Yeah, aren't you?
No.
Then who are you?
Old. He's like 60, 70 years old.
Wait. Then who are you? Then who are you? Are you that
All right.
Shapiro guy, right?
Thanks. Basically, both deal with illegal immigration and the open border from Democrats.
Those are two different cases.
No, but like, who are you then?
And if you're talking about illegal immigrants coming in and killing people, look at the crime rate of undocumented workers in America versus the crime rate of American citizens. Okay? American citizens have much higher crime rates on murder and everything else than undocumented workers. You know why? Because undocumented workers don't want to draw attention to themselves.
Yeah, most of them are great people and they're hardworking people. But when we let in millions of people, we don't vet them and know who they are. Criminals, cartel members, and terrorists can get in.
Compare the crime rate of the undocumented to the documented people in America, and you'll find that the undocumented are much better citizens than the people that are born here.
Do we have the right to control our border, though? Just like every other country?
Inflate issues? No, you don't.
Do you have the right to answer a question?
You. Get the hell out of here.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
But it seems like, who are you?
I'm good, thanks.
So what do you think? The president can't afford
What do you think? Do not touch me. Hey, get the f*** off me.
Look, I just want to know who you are.
Do not touch me again. We're going to have a problem.
Like, dude, you're like, you got like, what the
What are you trying to do right now? You trying to start a problem?
We're
backing away. We're leaving.
We're walking away from you and you're following.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have like 3 feet on me and there's 2 of you.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm, like,
what?
fine.
We don't want violence.
We
We don't want violence. Twice you put your hands on me, dude.
Dude,
You got it. Keep your distance. Why do you keep getting closer to me? Come on.
what do you expect me to do? Why are you
Go to the
making
Secret Service.
like, you guys say you're gonna have some questions, and like, you're walking away from me really quickly.
We're walking away from you because you just put him in a bear hug.
Dude, I gently tapped his shoulder.
No, you didn't. I have it on video.
Yeah, you have me on video gently tapping his shoulder.
We do not want to get into a violent altercation. You twice have put your hands on me, which is going to lead to that. You're being confrontational, you're being aggressive. You need to leave. You need to stop.
You really can't stop me from following you. That's...
We have assault from you on camera.
Dude, you have like 2 feet on me, 2 times the muscle, and I have my hands in my pockets.
That does not give you the right to attack me.
I didn't attack you.
You did.
Not
Now get out of
really.
here. If I go up to the police and show them that video, you're going to get f***ing arrested.
Are you going to do that?
If you don't leave us alone, I will.
What am I doing to you?
I don't know, are you an idiot or something? What's your problem? I just told you what you did.